Alright, let's watch Death Ball! Cause it's finally time for episode 200 of Death Ball! Now, usually this will have been the Ash Ketchum versus Yuki, I think his name was. But that's not the case. Cause we learned that last time. And this time it is RWBY versus Maka. Which is RWBY versus Sould Eater. I'm not familiar with these two characters at all. I never watched RWBY. I know RWBY has been in a Death Ball before. The series has been in Death Ball before. I think it was Yang against Tifa. I know there's been more, but I can't think of it on the top of my head. So, yeah, I'm really not that familiar with either of these two characters. So right now, I don't know what to say. So I kind of have to make this part short and just jump right into the analysis, because we gotta find out who's gonna win this. But first, let's learn about them. So, let's get this out with. Right, we are about to start, and let's go! Okay, there's a fan going in the background, so if you hear a blowing sound, I'm really sorry, I just have to have it on because it's kind of warm in there, so...
Ruby Rose versus Maka Analysis Re.
Alright, let's see what these two characters are capable of.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor
and skills. Let's find out who wins a Death Ball. Let's go. Oh, looks like there's some
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me
okay, it looks like we're gonna art style was in a similar way as
eating those little berries and
the Tom and Jerry episode, maybe?
Yet in the world of Remnant,
Then again, I've seen the art style reviews, so it kind of resembled that, but hey, we'll see.
Monstrous Grimm. There was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing.
Actually, she's the leader of Team RWBY, okay.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead.
Likes cool weapons.
Premier school for huntsmen and huntresses. Cool. RWBY clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. RWBY doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. RWBY made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is
so it's like two in one, basically. It's both a sword and a gun.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. RWBY's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons.
Okay, so it's basically she has a healing factor.
Dust into Crescent Rose, her
thanks to aura.
Of nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about.
When she shoots, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but RWBY can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
RWBY blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Flake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh! I get it! Team
RWBY.
But RWBY's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
RWBY's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But RWBY wouldn't give up like that, so she set out to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done, and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura, and RWBY's got super speed. Or a teleport? Or What is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture
Petal
of
Burst.
speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By
Okay, so it's
literally
not
bursting
technically
into
teleportation, she's just
Sort of.
moving at
According
really
to Best Robo
high
Girl
speed
Penny,
to
Ruby's
the
semblance is
like a rocket.
extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's Petal Burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give
Breadstick,
Emerald
okay.
and Mercury
Yeah,
a
throw
hard
that out
time.
there.
They
That was
dodged
harder,
actual
probably.
light.
She's faster
Well.
than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful
Sure is.
ability, Ruby could safely shine her
It's quite
smile
impressive.
for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon
Okay.
against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam. Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at
Okay,
Beacon.
does it work on
As she
humans?
journeyed across
If
Remnant,
she only
she
used on
leveled
humans?
up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional
That's
hunters.
Superman.
Including Harriet,
Okay.
whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst. And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Okay.
A
Alright,
sound soul
Maka.
dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
So that
But
break.
all the unjust
Now, you
evil
probably
souls
didn't
of
see
this
that, though. I
world
must
were
have
on
cut
the
it away
Disney
from the video,
Fast
but-
to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the
Maka.
DWMA.
Probably.
Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord
Okay.
Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair
Okay,
kills and
so
consumes lost
if you
souls
transform
to
into a
keep the
weapon,
Kishin
does
away.
it mean that
Jack
someone
the Ripper?
skilled
More like
to use
Jack
the weapon can
Frog.
then pick you up and use you as a weapon?
Soul was paired
Probably.
with the dutiful rising star, Maka.
Or anyone can,
Talk
probably.
about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl
Better
who
not
leaves
to
an
be
apple
skilled
on the
enough
desk and
defense.
goes,
Can't probably
"Teacher,
do-
you forgot to give us homework." And then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon. He's a scythe. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual
Okay.
presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor
Okay.
and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Scythe status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to
Yeah.
Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about
Definitely.
wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's soul resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool scythe moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually
Okay,
really
so people that have pure heart probably won't have much effect.
Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which
that could be a downfall, probably.
So
in that
it
case.
was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Krona.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with
Okay, I
Soul
don't think
still
that
faltered.
mentions.
Soul was
They
the real
mentioned
star here. Even
very
other
few
Meisters
of
were
the
trying
sort
to
of thing
take
we
him
would
as a
actually-
weapon, away from
That's
Maka.
right, I
I mean,
remember.
he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka
Whoa,
fly around
okay.
and shoot out her
Is
soul
that
as an epic
weird?
sound wave. So
Is that
freaking
less
metal.
or more
At
weird
the same
about
time,
that
Soul discovered he could hack
clothing being
souls
made
and directly
purely out
transmit
of here?
Maka's anti-demon
Maybe
wavelengths,
she should have gone up
basically
against
shutting their
Bayonetta.
enemy completely down
Just because of
with
that
Soul
alone.
Adagio.
I
And they
mean,
finally achieved
does
death
that work?
sight.
I don't know.
The
Will that work?
dream's here,
Probably.
baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork
A+,
with Soul.
okay.
Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
So I guess in some
Asura
ways
did
you might
everything
actually
he
be
could to
more
separate
skilled than
them,
maybe.
crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
God. Okay. Yeah, okay. Again, I find myself in a situation where I feel like I don't have a whole lot to go, but I want to say, no, nonetheless. I guess they both have a lot of interesting feats. Ruby had met Superman. I saw that somewhere written in there. I think it was Ruby that said that for. Oh jeez, this one is not easy. Maka had a whole thing with the mountains. Yeah, and then she had a whole thing about the black dress, which was entirely made out of blood apparently, which acts as some kind of armor. I feel like Ruby didn't have a whole lot for me to work on. I mean, I'm sure there's something in here that I might have missed or forgotten about. To me, it just seemed that Maka might be more skilled. You know, this could really go either way, I think, but yeah, I'm really not sure. I just have to go with what my gut feeling tells me, and it's telling me Maka. So Maka is gonna win? Let's see if we're right. Maka is gonna win, and we'll take it from there. So let's keep going.
Congratulations to us.
Liz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Oh yeah, that's what you was
Big
pure
deal.
right
So
there.
we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's
Okay, I'm gonna let this play.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Website members already get awesome deals like exclusive Death Battle merch, the whole episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. And if you sign up today, you can use our code TB200 to get 20% off.
You can only grab this discount in the next 2 weeks, so use code DB200 to get 20%
Okay,
off
in the
your
next 2
website
weeks.
membership as soon as you can.
Where else are you going to find such absolute cinema? No, really, we made an absolute cinema desk mat that's on the store. Cool as fuck.
Okay, cool.
All right, the combatants are.
Alright, let's see. Who could possibly win this death battle? It's time for a death battle! And the door closes, and they open it again.
Okay, it's official. This is
Alright, Maka, let's see if I'm right. Will you win, or will you lose?
Here, so try helping out.
Though then again, I would be surprised if Ruby does win, but...
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called for you. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
Soul is ours.
Okay, I guess Maka's out for blood.
I like my soul, thanks.
Attack first, ask questions later.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet. Focus.
Okay, I really like this animation though, it looks really good.
Handle it.
Let's go, Soul Resonance!
Oh, I'm gonna get hit. And can it get through her dress though? That's what I'm curious about. Because I feel like if this dress works like an armor, you know, it's not gonna be easy to take her out because of that alone. Probably.
Get back here. Soul, hurry!
Okay, just gonna start playing piano. There's the dress.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Okay, come on,
Never stop fighting.
finish it off, Maka.
I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress.
Soul Adagio.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
Okay, is this the final blow? Whoa, it's split her in half!
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Okay, this is a great shot. I was right.
Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup.
Alright,
First,
let's see.
Strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka
Yeah,
takes
okay, the strength
but
is pretty
speed
obvious there.
wasn't as clear cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, you know, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own Shadow territory. Still, Ruby's Petal Burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed
Okay,
would be
so this
key
one's
to
the tie.
winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is.
Maka has the skill, right?
Scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's Scythery
Sure,
was
you can
pretty
call it
good,
that, I
but
guess.
Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge
Okay.
would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater
So I guess the
strength
last one is
if
Maka
she
then.
had
I
the
mean, it has to be,
better
otherwise she
power.
wouldn't have won.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource.
You know, I
that is
kind of
required
forgot about the
for
aura. I don't know
all of
why I
Ruby's
forgot about the aura,
powers.
but I did.
Petalburst
It didn't change my
activating
outcome,
dust,
though, but
even
still.
powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-Grim eye
Yeah,
beam.
the silver
Turns
eyes.
out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she
Yep.
rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the dust.
The winners are Maka
She
Albarn
bit the
and
blob.
Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time on
Okay, who's
DEATHBATTLE.
next then? Is that...
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Congratulations, Maka. And I was right. I think I was right for basically this correct reasons. Anyway, yeah. I had trouble remembering stuff from Ruby this time, apparently. Anyway, this was a good episode, though. I did really enjoy this one. The analysis was fine. I really enjoyed it. It's probably not the best analysis, you know, but that is just because this is two characters I'm not that familiar with. So, but I'm gonna try not to judge it based on that. So yeah, I did enjoy the analysis for what it is. The animation on this episode, though, however, was really, really good. I really enjoyed this animation. It was really good, man. Really well made. So that was a huge plus to the animators right there, and the music works pretty fine too. I heard RWBY's main theme song. I not heard the main theme song from Sould Eater, I think, but you know, I got a little bit of the RWBY theme song vibes from it, just a little bit, I guess. So yeah, I did enjoy the theme music, and especially that animation was really good. Okay, so this was another victory for me. Mwah! Anyway, so yeah, this was a really good episode. About the next time, though, we have Blade versus Buffy. Now, Blade looked like the worst character from Marvel. I assume it's Marvel's Blade, based on the clips. Yeah, I assume it's Marvel's Blade. I mean, that's what I think about when I see Blade. But some of the clips made me think of the character from Tekken. So, I don't know. We'll see. It didn't say in which series, though. That kind of weird it didn't do that. So I don't know who Buffy is. So I don't know that at all. Let's see. Buffy. Okay. Is this a movie character? Is it Buffy Summers? Buffy Summers tries to live a normal life in high school while embracing her responsibilities and destiny as a hunter of vampires and demons. I assume it's her. It's the first one that pops up when I search for Buffy. Yeah, it had to be a Blade. Marvel. It's the first that appears. Assuming there's not another Blade out there. Has to be Marvel. Anyway, so yeah, okay, that could be interesting. Huh. Vampires and demons. Okay, that's gonna be a really interesting connection going on here. They're both vampire hunters. Okay, that could be interesting. That can be really interesting. Assuming it is the Buffy up here in my search results, because that's the first one that popped up. So I assume it's her. But yeah, it has to be her, right? I assume it's her. So that could be interesting to see become an episode, I guess. I haven't seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so that can be interesting. I've never seen a Blade movie either, actually. It was supposed to be a Blade movie, but it's been delayed for so long now. So it's coming out of Phase 7 probably. And just what that seems to be becoming the case. Only heard of him though in the MCU, so heard him in the Eternals. That was it. I guess it. Well, I guess it technically already has seen in the MCU, thanks to Deadpool and Wolverine. So I guess you can count that. Now, anyway, so that's gonna be interesting to see though. The next episode, I think it could be really interesting. The two vampire hunters going up against each other. I never thought of it that way. That's a possibility. The only one I can think of as a safe vampire hunter, it could be interesting to see in Deathball, is one of the Belmonts from Castlevania. I mean, maybe it will happen someday. Maybe we will see the Belmonts. It'll probably be Simon Richter, you know. Just makes sense, you know. We'll go with two characters that came to Smash Bros or something. So yeah, maybe we'll see them someday. So yeah, that was an interesting overall episode. I really did enjoy it. So I'm gonna end this off right here so I can go edit this one and get it out as soon as I can. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. You have to wait at least one more Deathball before we get the Ash episode. Maybe it's been maybe the animation and the analysis for that episode is taking a much longer than expected, so it's been delayed a few times or till unknown time. Assuming it's still up here this year though. Maybe it won't release this year at all though. Maybe. I mean, it's supposed to be an episode that's releasing this year, I think. So, hey, we can still see it this year. I mean, it could be okay. Maybe it's not an October episode. Wait, this is the October episode. That makes sense. So maybe it's the November episode, unless I'm gonna do it in December. And if not, it's in next year, and probably January, February. February makes sense though. If they push it all far enough back, makes sense to put it out in February. February is Pokemon Day, usually, so releasing around alongside that will be a great idea, actually. Alright, we'll see if it appears this year or not. Okay, there's 2 more episodes this year we don't know about as of right now. I'm really curious where we go from here. Is the Mega Man episode gonna be next? I feel like that one will come first. And I could be wrong, but I feel like that will be the case. And they're probably not gonna do any specific special Christmas related theme for the December probably, so... Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And Min96 signing out, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye!